I'm coming in here to beat his ass. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his ass. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm fucking him up. Yeah. I'm fucking him.
This is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over. Now we got this lightweight coming up to super lightweight to come over here and dethrone the champ.
Things just went completely off the rails. At their latest press conference, Shakur Stevenson lost it and slapped Teofimo Lopez after all that trash talk and heated back and forth. Lopez kept his cool though, but man, you could feel that electricity in the air. This whole thing just showed how rattled Stevenson really is while proving Lopez has that ice-cold mentality. Anyone watching can tell who the real professional is in this situation.
Talk about it. Shut me up.
Shakur,
shut me up.
Real quick, Shakur.
I'm right here. Shut me up. Shut me up.
Check this out. Teofimo Lopez breaks down his game plan with this calculated confidence, walking through exactly how he's going to dictate the pace from round one. Stevenson's out here with all these flashy moves, but Lopez is talking about stamina, ring intelligence, and how to work at 140 pounds. This breakdown shows exactly why he's still such a dangerous opponent.
Really is that if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. You know, I think really it's just all about setting the good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time.
Duke McKenzie couldn't believe what he just witnessed. Stevenson slapping Lopez at that press conference left everyone stunned. This wasn't just some typical boxing drama. This was straight up disrespectful and showed Stevenson's got some serious discipline issues. Meanwhile, Lopez just stood there composed, proving he's the type of fighter who stays locked in no matter what someone throws at him. The whole thing basically showed you everything you need to know about these two fighters' mentalities going into this fight.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do or most sort of fans do. I look at it.
Simon Jordan breaks it down perfectly. Sure, fighters push boundaries and talk trash all the time, but what Stevenson did was way beyond the usual antics. This wasn't just heated words or a little shove. This was full-on disrespect in front of everyone. The way Lopez handled it though, that restraint he showed proves that mental strength matters just as much as what you can do with your hands. Everyone saw this moment as the real preview of what's coming, and it exposed just how unpredictable Stevenson can get.
And he smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
That slap split everyone right down the middle. Half the people are saying it was completely out of line and unprofessional, while the other half admit it definitely cranked up the excitement for this fight. Stevenson made headlines overnight, but Lopez earned serious respect from the boxing world with how he responded. This whole situation forced everyone to pick a side, showing the difference between fighters who let their skills do the talking versus those who need to create drama. Now everyone knows Stevenson's wildcard nature is going to be a major storyline heading into this battle.
But I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great, you watch it. Everybody wants to go to that.
After what went down at that press conference, all bets are off once these guys get in front of the cameras again. Everything everyone thought they knew about game plans and predictions might be worthless when emotions take over like this. Stevenson showed he can snap and lose control, but Lopez proved he can roll with whatever chaos comes his way and stay focused. Now everyone realizes fight night isn't just going to be about technique and training, it's going to come down to who can handle the mental pressure when things get intense.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different.
Eddie Hearn's take really hits the mark here. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson's got serious skills, but that slap situation has people questioning whether he can keep his head on straight when it counts. Everyone's wondering if his ring IQ will hold up under real pressure, or if that impulsive side will end up costing him big time. Lopez has always been known for his athleticism and smart mercs, and staying cool after getting slapped just adds another weapon to his arsenal. This whole thing shows that sometimes keeping your composure can be just as important as throwing perfect punches.
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is again, like pound for pound, IQ wise, I think he's even up there with a Terrence and those kind of guys. You know, I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite...
Johnny Nelson's comments after that slap really put things in perspective. Now everyone's looking at both the mental and physical preparation these guys bring. Stevenson blowing up in public like that might be a sign he's got some emotional issues that could mess with his timing and endurance once the bell rings. Lopez just keeps showing that preparation and smart execution beat dramatic moments every time. People are starting to see Lopez not just as a skilled boxer, but as someone who can handle pressure and turn his opponent's chaos into his own advantage.
Front of him, and I said, look, if you're to believe that he had the best training camp, his legs have gone, and if I've got it wrong.
So Stevenson tries to spin that slap like it was all part of some master plan to test himself against Lopez. Come on, everyone knows that was just him losing control and crossing way over the line. Meanwhile, Lopez handled getting slapped better than most people handle bad traffic, which just proves he's got that championship level composure. Boxing experts keep saying the same thing: when your opponent tries to get in your head and you don't let it happen, you're already winning the mental game. Lopez's reaction made him look like the real deal, while Stevenson just looked impulsive and unprepared.
I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough session. So
Timothy Bradley breaks this down perfectly. That slap wasn't just some publicity stunt. It shows exactly what kind of fighter Stevenson is when things don't go his way. He studied Lopez's speed and power, and he knows Lopez is the type of fighter who sees everything and can punish you for any mistake. The fact that Lopez stayed calm after getting slapped shows a level of mental toughness that most fighters just don't have. Everyone in boxing understands this now. Pure skill only gets you so far, and Stevenson's emotional outburst might have just handed Lopez the psychological advantage before they even step in the ring.
The real. It's not gonna be an easy damn fight for Shakur Stevenson. No, it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look, that athleticism that he got, that's...
Rolly Romero gives Stevenson credit for his boxing IQ and technical ability, but that slap completely overshadowed his professional reputation. You can be the most talented fighter in the world, but if you can't control your emotions under pressure, all that talent doesn't matter. Lopez got publicly disrespected and still kept his cool, which shows both mental strength and smart thinking. Fight analysts are pointing out that when you can stay focused while everyone around you is losing their minds, you gain an invisible edge that can decide fights. Lopez's ability to manage both his own aggression and his opponent's drama suggests he's mentally ready to capitalize on Stevenson's mistakes when it really counts.
Incredible fighter. Shakur's an incredible fighter. Shakur has a really high boxing IQ and a very... Shakur coming out, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good fight. I like to see it.
Eddie Hearn draws this perfect comparison to how Anthony Joshua handles pressure. Just like AJ rarely loses his composure, Lopez managed to stay professional after Stevenson's slap, showing the kind of mental discipline that separates elite fighters from everyone else. This incident really highlighted where the line is between smart promotion and just acting reckless, and Stevenson clearly stepped over it. Now everyone's analyzing how mental control affects fight outcomes. Lopez's restraint didn't just protect his image, it actually puts more pressure on Stevenson. This whole confrontation proves that fighting is just as much about controlling your mind and playing the mental game as it is about technique and preparation.
You know, the push was, listen, we've seen worse, you know what I mean, but lively, and what followed actually was one of the few times that I've seen Anthony Joshua unravel, if you like, because normally he's very composed, but you can't be composed when a man's talking to you like that.
Keyshawn Davis talks about how serious and high level this fight really is, which makes Stevenson's slap look even worse. The whole thing shows Stevenson might not fully respect what he's dealing with at this professional level. Lopez clearly understands exactly what kind of challenge he's facing. mixing skill with that calm confidence. Their amateur and professional history shows Lopez is mentally ready for whatever game Stevenson wants to play. Fight experts keep saying the same thing: emotional reactions usually don't work against opponents who stay focused, and Lopez's ability to absorb pressure and respond strategically keeps him in control heading into this massive showdown.
Know these dudes very
Shakur
well.
had talked about this shit before it was actually official, and I'm like, cool. You know this nigga can fight, right? Cool, like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know it's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old and amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so.
Here's what makes Lopez so dangerous when he's fully locked in. Stevenson's slap just emphasized the intensity Lopez is gonna bring to this fight. He's been in there with elite competition like Lomachenko and consistently shown he can adjust and take over. While Stevenson relies on flash and sometimes loses his cool, Lopez combines technical precision with serious power, making him a nightmare matchup. Everyone's pointing to that slap incident as a mental test Lopez passed easily, proving he won't get shaken by pre-fight drama. His ability to step up his performance when the pressure's on sets him apart, and any fighter who underestimates how well he adapts is asking to get outclassed in both skill and strategy. This whole situation just reinforces that. While Stevenson's got talent, Lopez's experience, mental toughness, and ability to rise to big moments make him the clear choice when the stakes are high and tempers are flaring.
The fight between Stevenson and Lopez, what a fight. Who wins that? Lopez. You think Stevenson? Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him, I've had him on the pod, he bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn out big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez, he's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on the way, man.
Teddy Atlas perfectly captures just how explosive this matchup is gonna be. The slap incident definitely creates drama, but it also shows a mental battle where Lopez clearly has better control. Stevenson's outburst could end up being expensive, since staying composed usually determines who runs the fight. Boxing analysts emphasize that both guys are technically skilled, but Lopez's experience and ability to stay calm under fire gives him a tactical edge. This style clash is shaping up to be a technical chess match with serious fireworks, and everyone's already expecting some wild moments. Lopez has proven he can handle provocation, absorb whatever pressure comes his way, and make opponents pay for their mistakes. Stevenson's showboating is going to get tested at every level, and while his talent is obvious, Lopez's combination of smart fighting, perfect timing, and mental strength is probably going to take over when everything's on the line, especially in the high-pressure environment this press conference just set up.
I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, you know, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, you know, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete.
Conor Benn's breakdown shows just how complex this fight really is, especially after that slap exposed Stevenson's unpredictable side. Sure, Stevenson's ranked high pound for pound, but Lopez's ability to handle both physical and mental pressure can't be ignored. That press conference slap proved Stevenson might not fully understand the consequences of acting on impulse. Lopez has repeatedly shown he can adapt mid-fight and keep his strategic focus no matter what mind games his opponent tries. Fight analysts argue that success here will depend not just on technical skill, but on mental toughness, and Lopez has the clear advantage there. Conor also points out the cockiness Stevenson brings, which Lopez can definitely exploit. Everyone sees this as a defining moment where staying composed versus letting ego take over will control the entire fight. Lopez's experience against elite fighters like Lomachenko gives him the perfect blueprint to neutralize Stevenson's aggression while taking advantage of bad decisions.
I'm backing Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing fight. He's not in a war. He won't get a war, that's for sure.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you've dismissed him there, Connor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm just insulted he thinks he can come up to my weight and feel like he can just make it easy work. Or come up to my weight then. I don't not like him. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's funny looking as well.
Lamont Roach offered his prediction for the upcoming Stevenson versus Lopez showdown on the Ring Champs podcast, clearly favoring Stevenson as the probable victor. He pointed out that Stevenson's high ring IQ and strategic approach could present significant challenges that Lopez may struggle to overcome.
He a little cuckoo too, like.
Lamont Roach's perspective focuses on those mental lapses Stevenson sometimes has, and how risky they can be in high-pressure fights. That press conference slap is the perfect example of how emotional reactions can hurt a fighter's chances. Lopez stays composed and sticks to a skill-first approach, showing the huge difference in how they think. Fight analysts point out that in evenly matched fights, patience and being able to adapt are everything, and Lopez's ability to capitalize on mistakes puts him in a great position against Stevenson. Everyone's talking about how Stevenson's aggressive approach might backfire when he's facing Lopez's disciplined, tactical style. This incident also reminds everyone that showmanship can't replace real technical skill and smart execution. Lopez is likely going to take advantage of Stevenson's unpredictability, making this fight not just about physical ability but a real test of mental strength. That press conference slap is now the perfect symbol of the psychological advantage Lopez carries.
Like he has like a little mental lapses every once in a while. Look at the Kambosos fight. Like, that's a fight that people would never expect Kambosos to win, and he won a grueling match against him as well. So I just I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like because it's going to be just a skill match. I don't think he's going to try to, or he's going to try to rough. He's going to try.
Conor Benn reinforces that even though Stevenson's ranked higher pound for pound, Lopez has that crucial mental edge and fight IQ he needs to win. The slap incident perfectly shows Stevenson's tendency to let his emotions make decisions for him, which a disciplined fighter like Lopez can easily take advantage of. While Stevenson's confidence and skill are undeniable, Conor emphasizes that Lopez's adaptability, composure, and ability to read opponents in real time give him a better foundation for victory. He points out that raw power alone won't guarantee anything. Handling pressure, managing provocations, and executing your game plan are just as important. Lopez has consistently shown he can rise to challenges and stay composed when others fall apart. That press conference slap, instead of rattling Lopez, just highlights Stevenson's weakness. In the eyes of fans and experts, Lopez's calm, focused, and experienced approach makes him the favorite, while Stevenson's impulsive behavior adds another layer of risk to this high-stakes matchup.
I'm back in Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing fight. It's not in a I won't get it anymore.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you've dismissed him there, Connor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur.
This Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson battle is now explosive, not just because of their skills, but because of that press conference drama where Stevenson's slap created instant headlines and completely changed the mental warfare. Lopez has proven over and over that he can stay cool under pressure, respond smartly to provocation, and turn intensity into strategy, while Stevenson's reckless actions risk throwing away momentum before the opening bell. Everyone's debating whether Stevenson can keep his composure against Lopez's calculated aggression and world-class experience, especially knowing Lopez has faced elite fighters like Lomachenko and adapted perfectly under pressure. Every analyst and former fighter watching this understands the fight won't just be about landed punches. It's gonna be a battle of intelligence, timing, and mental strength. That slap incident is a clear warning that Stevenson might overreact to situations, while Lopez thrives in these moments to impose his dominance. Who's gonna take control when everything's on the line in that ring? Can Stevenson bounce back from his own errors, or will Lopez turn this into a complete clinic? Drop your thoughts in the comments, get involved in this debate, and let everyone know where you stand, because this is definitely one fight you cannot afford to miss.